now we're gonna do the vacuum. This vacuum, it's special for floors. Vacuums a lot faster than your regular vacuum. I don't know why you think it's heavy. To me, it's not that heavy at all. Especially if you have it for like 20 minutes, you're not gonna feel it. But you can have it less time if you do things right. So you turn it on right here, and usually has a really long cable, as you can see right here. This vacuum is only about like 10 or like 15 pounds at the most. So on the back, you don't feel, it doesn't feel as bad. So it has a long cable, as you can see. So what some people do is they either kind of like, it's usually tangled up like this or wrapped up like this. This is how you wrap it up. You want to make sure it doesn't get too tangled. You want to make sure that it's nice circles. You do the back. So once you loose it up, you kind of want to leave it like a little bit loose, and you can either vacuum forward like this. Let's say this is my starting point, right? You can either start your starting point or end, or the other way around. Where like you either, if I was to connect it over there, I could start over there and move my way over here. Actually, yeah, you do always want to start in your starting point. That's what I meant. You do want to start your starting point, so you connect it right here, and then from here you move all the way back there, or if you connect it there, you move all the way back here. So wherever the thing is connected, that's where you're starting. The most important thing is the edges. You want to pay good attention to the edges. You go really far. You can go really fast through the center, through the hallways, but the edge is the most important part, because the center can always be like mopped or dry mopped, but where most of the dust and crumbs hide is at the edges. Okay, another thing you want to always keep in mind as well is that's why you want to start. Wherever you connect the cable, you want to, don't look back. You want to go forward away from the cable. Because if you were to go in the direction of the cable, you'll be having a lot of built up cables together like this. They'll be getting on your way. Just make sure to be very careful so the cable doesn't start getting tangled. You're not going towards the cable, and when you're going forward, just trying to make sure that you don't have to come back or turn back around, so you don't encounter a situation where the cable gets on your way, like it happened to me in this situation. One thing you do want to pay really close attention to is the edges and the bottom of things, like in this example, the base of this chair, under tables, under desks, all the corners, cables, all those things that's where all the dust and most of the dust bunnies builds up. So most of the cleaners like to just go around things and just focus on the center of hallways and whatnot, but the actual real focus should be on the edges, on the corners, under things where the cables are. That's where the dust actually built up. So it doesn't have to be perfect every single time, but if you pay attention to these little edges, every here and there, you're gonna notice a difference and see how the dust and the dust bunnies will never build up for you, and you will have a clean, nice, easy to do floor, and also the mopping will be easier to do.
One final tip on the floors that you should always keep in mind: the more you focus on getting all the crumbs, dust, and hair off the floor, especially in the corners, the better your mopping will be. The corners are the biggest giveaway. That's where people notice dust bunnies, crumbs, and anything you missed while vacuuming. If you take the time to get every corner and edge clean, your mopping will go smoothly, the floors will look great, and customers will see that you're a true professional who knows what they're doing. But if you vacuum carelessly, you'll just make more work for yourself. You'll end up with hairs and crumbs stuck to your mop, and the results won't be as good. Do it right the first time, and cleaning becomes second nature, easier and faster every time. But if you try to cut corners, this is not the company for you. Now we'll go over the mopping procedure.
Tell them, Jack. Tell them.
One of the things we take a lot of pride in is our mopping system. We took the time to research and invest in the best flat mop on the market, one that grips microfiber towels perfectly. We also use a special type of thick, highly absorbent towel that works great on floors, soaking up water and grime efficiently. This system makes mopping extremely easy and straightforward. You don't have to carry a heavy bucket of water around, worry about spills, or risk damaging the floors. Instead, you simply grab the number of towels you'll need for that office, get them wet, add a little soap, and wring out the excess water. Just enough to leave them damp so they slide easily across the floors without leaving them overly wet. This dampness is perfect for lifting and absorbing grime stuck to the floor. Once you feel the towel getting dry, just flip it or switch to a fresh one. We also recommend using a spray bottle to lightly mist the floor or towel if it starts drying out, especially if you want to use both sides of each towel. What's great about this method is that you can always see how dirty the towels are getting. When they look too dark, you know it's time to flip or change them. So you're actually removing dirt, not just moving it around like with a traditional bucket mop. With bucket mops, you never really know if the floors are getting clean. Plus, they tend to splash dirty water onto baseboards and furniture, leaving dark marks that make offices look grimy over time. Our mopping method is clean, simple, and efficient. There's no need to wring out dirty water or handle heavy soaked mops. You just switch out the towels as needed, store the used ones in a bag for washing and disinfecting later, and you're good to go. Our system is also much easier on your back. You'll never have to worry about back pain from mopping the way we teach you. Our flat mops are lightweight, and our technique not only lifts grime effectively, but also protects your body from strain. A few final tips. Never forget the edges. One thing we love about this mop is its slim design. It fits easily into tight spaces. Make sure to reach under desks and into corners. Just one pass is usually enough to remove any dust or buildup. For the rest of the floors and hallways, simply mop in the direction we demonstrate in this video, and you'll see how quick and easy it is to get these floors spotless.
I do tend to mop side to side because it's just kind of like easier because I'm on my way out. But other than that, usually I just mop, forward like this. The towels are getting dry. We spray a little more. It's important to have a belt with you. I didn't bring it today. We didn't come too prepared, but it's important to have a belt. And usually on the other van, which I was usually not working. So you do want to make sure that you mop in the direction of the floor so you have more grip of the grime. The more wetter the towel is, the more grime you're going to be able to loosen up and really grip it. So what this towel is doing, the great thing about these flat towels, look, we literally just flipped it and it was this dirty. I mean, that floor was like that dirty. This office should be getting clean every day. It's not getting clean every day, therefore we need to pay extra attention to the floors. So what the cool thing about this type of mop, which is a flat and very sturdy mop, and we're doing microfiber towels, is that when you do this pressure into the floor like this, you are grabbing the grime that is, from our shoes, all the grime and dirt and soil that is stuck to the floor, and you're loosening it up with the water and removing it at the same time. And that's what makes the floors, cleaner than the regular bucket mop that just kind of moves the grime around and just kind of ends up leaving 50% of it there. And they have to do passes over and over and over again. And most people end up still using a microfiber towel after mopping with the mop, so I think it's a waste of time. But that's basically what you want to do. Always check your towels, especially if you feel like it gets dry. If it starts getting, let's say you mop one room, and then after a room or two, you start feeling the mop getting really harder to move, that means your towel is dry. And if your towel got dry right away, most likely your towel is dirty. So you want to flip it, get it wet and flip it, or get a new towel. It's very important.
One important thing to always remember is how you wrap up the vacuum's power cable, especially these long, heavy-duty ones. If you don't wrap it correctly, it can start twisting over time until it's almost impossible to untangle. This can damage the cable, cause it to tear, or even create a fire risk and damage the vacuum's motor. So always take a moment to untangle the cord and stretch it out a bit before wrapping it up. Make sure there are no tight twists and fold it in the same direction we're showing in this video. This keeps the cable in good shape and the vacuum working safely and properly every time.
The cable starts getting more tangled, and then it starts getting messed up. And these cables are expensive and we have to replace them. Okay, so definitely this office, for example, needs to take you 2 hours. So you do want to be mindful of the time as much as you want to be mindful of doing a good job. So that's when you got to focus on what are the important areas that are like, as long as I get this area done right, the other areas I can, go very lightly. The floor is probably what should take you the longest time. Don't waste too much time with the dry towel, because the sooner you change your towel, the faster your mop will be able to move and the cleaner the floor will be. So definitely make sure to keep an eye on the towel. Have maybe a couple towels wet, ready to go. So you're just kind of like already saving time by just boom, 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 flip it. The way that I show you how to change the towel where you hold the mop straight, like be the fastest way to switch the towel. Fold it about 75%, like this. Very firm, and I snap it and you have a firm towel. When you do it right, when you do it like this, your towel is never going to come off, and it's going to have a good grip, and it's going to be like the best way you can do the floors. If you do things right, everything's going to come out right. If you do things sloppy, ordinary, however, you're going to be encountering a lot of little issues. So do it the way we do it, and you're going to have like a streamlined cleaning, which is the most important thing.